Good afternoon from Crossness. I'm doing the update from here because I'm not going to be able to stop at the wood and check on the hobbies in the kestrels. Now, I wasn't going to do this update, which is, I think it's the 4th update. Yeah, I wasn't going to do this one until I was absolutely positive that my babies, yes, they're my babies, my babies had gone. But I keep going back once every couple of days, sometimes every day, and they're always there. I sort of walk up and I'm like, oh, hello, just sitting in a tree. So yeah, I was considering not doing it, and then I thought, well, if I don't do it now and they stick around for another 2 weeks, then it'll be too long of an update the next time. So I've got a decent amount of footage. What I was doing, I was sitting down at my computer editing the last couple of weeks photos and videos together and thinking, God, there's quite a lot here. I think there's enough to warrant an update. So why not? We're approaching my 1,000 subscriber mark and I'm at 996. There's been little sort of ups and downs of where it would shoot up by 15 and then nothing for 2 days, giving me a heart attack. But yeah, we're nearly there. So got to start getting better at my videos. Got to get a bit more professional because I'm going to start being paid. Anyway, hobbies and sparrowhawks. So while I'd spend time with the hobbies, I got them on multiple branches, just chilling out, enjoying themselves. Sometimes a magpie would come in and harass them, and I never saw any kind of close encounter, like I've said before, any close encounters where they would actually physically touch each other. There was just a lot of looking at each other and squawking, and you'll see it with the sparrowhawk footage as well. There's lots of, as I'm zoomed in on the bird, there's kind of like up, down, around, keeping an eye, and then if I zoom out a little bit, boom, sometimes a magpie would land. Yeah, some days the sparrowhawks will be more active and other days the hobbies. Sparrowhawks, I got some decent footage. Apart from previous updates, much better footage of, I think it's the mother perched, keeping an eye on things. And while I was there, constantly being chased by, well, I say constantly, it was about a certain time of day they were doing it, maybe 5 or 6 o'clock. The action from magpies, 3 to 4 of them were chasing the sparrowhawk. And sometimes the sparrowhawk would turn and chase them. I'm guessing it's some sort of practice and I'm gonna, yeah, I mean, I can tell you now as well, there was a moment when I was filming a couple of common buzzards going over the area and just filming them casually, and then I saw one of the buzzards look sort of sideways, and then one of my babies, I see him from that distance, I assume it was one of my babies, had a go at it, and I went after about 3 or 4 times. I'm very proud. The little bird. Having a go at the bigger bird, always great to watch. But I mean, the bigger birds don't have the maneuverability, so smaller peregrines, hobbies can give them a bit of grief to get them out of the area. But the parents are very much still feeding the juveniles. I've seen multiple food passes in the air. Never quite got close enough to capture it. I was always like a fraction of a second too late, too far zoomed in. I think sometimes the juveniles would catch their own food. I'm sure I sort of legs go out and grab things, and one would be eating it and another would flying behind it, and they weren't sort of fighting each other, but just a bit of excitement that there's some food. I generally stayed on photos, so if something shot up I could react quickly. I can't react as fast with video, so there are a lot of moments I wish I could have filmed, but I had to just rely on just stills, because yeah, any kind of flying out of nowhere and trying to capture them in the right light, the right angle, needed to be photos. But loads of great stuff there. Some really good Sparrowhawk action. Some of definitely the closest I've ever got to Sparrowhawks. Strong. The light was very strong. It was that time of night where below them, underneath them was dark and above them was light, and you were trying to find that absolute perfect point where the highlights were going to be blown out and the underside was going to be a bit dark in shadows, and you were just trying to find enough that you could fix a little bit in post afterwards. Yeah, but to be constantly looking up was gonna never produce the best lit photo. Sometimes the birds would turn so that their underside or their upper side would be facing the sun, and that would be a little bit better. But ultimately, yeah, underneath most of the time, it was only like a couple of gaps in the trees and holes in the trees where I was able to get photos from. So I had to make do with what was going on. And then after I saw a food pass, I saw one of the juveniles land in a tree, and could see it was eating. So through a hole in the leaves, I was able to set the camera up and film that. But yeah, those dragonflies look very meaty. I mean, it almost looks like they were pulling off bits of beef. Very red, yeah. I mean, I can see why they go after them. They must be packed with protein. So I've just done the Norman Road field here where I saw the winchat the other day, so I'm keeping an eye, because it did rain a second ago, so I want to keep an eye for them. But yeah, look, all these amazing photos. Just and I'll keep you up. I was going to try today, but I'm running out of time, so I'll pop back again tomorrow and see if there's anything new. I think that's everything I needed to catch up on. Yeah, I suppose I'm loving having them. I mean, it's slightly restrictive because I do want to go to other places and do vlogs on different things. So I'm kind of feeling, well, I want to see how long they stay here. It gives me an idea in the future of when they might leave the country next time, and I can say, well, they'll be around for a bit longer, so I don't have to panic. And will I, if they do come back to the area and they nest, will I do that whole filming thing again? I mean, look, it was an easy decision to make because it was actually quite hot during that period. So it wasn't. If I came out to here, I'd be fried. So I wouldn't have done that. So filming the nest was the best option, especially when it's at 30 degrees. Inside the trees, it feels more 2022. So anyway, we'll see if that happens again next year. Next year I might concentrate more on photos. I don't know. We'll see. So for now, if I don't see any more of them, or if there's just a couple of days where I don't get much, that'll be the end of the updates. If not, I'll see you again in a week or two when I have some more great stuff.